Hi, I'm a mom to two girls and I do reviews and how-tos, and today I'm going to be talking about the Ergo Baby Original and the Lillebaby Essentials. And I'm just going to be doing kind of a little bit of a comparison between the two and why I prefer one over the other. But obviously these are all my opinions. Something that I love in one of the carriers may not be something you find necessary, and something that I really don't like in one of the carriers might be one of your favorite things. So it's all personal, and these are just my personal opinions. But I'm going to go through them and kind of compare. I'm going to go with compare every little step. So let's start at the bottom. So they both are a buckle carrier, and the Lillebaby and the Ergo are about, so I'm going to try and show this. So the waistband itself is about the same size. Let me try and line this up. So they're almost exactly the same. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a tiny bit more on the Lillebaby Essentials, but just barely. Now the Ergo Baby Original is about $130, but it does come with the infant insert and pillow, at least if you're buying new. I only saw it with the infant pillow and insert, which is required if you're carrying a newborn or a baby that doesn't quite fit into a wide seat. And that's the same with the Lillebaby. It does require an infant, the Lillebaby Essentials does require an insert or, the pillow until baby can fit this panel. So that is exactly the same on the two. But as you can see, the waistbands are slightly different. The Ergo, the Lillebaby is almost completely straight across, which this is the only Lillebaby carrier where that happens. Most of them have this same downward slope that the Ergo Baby has. So you can kind of see that compared to the straight of the Lillebaby Essentials. The buckles are almost identical. In fact, they basically are the exact same thing. You can see those. They both have a safety elastic, which is very important. You should always make sure you're using that. It really will protect your baby from a fall if the buckle doesn't completely click in. Sometimes you think it does and it maybe didn't, or if somebody, like a child or your husband, thinks he's helping you by removing a strap, and you think he's getting the chest clip and instead gets the waistband. So it is very helpful. Always use those elastics. They genuinely can save your baby from a fall. So that is pretty similar between them. The Ergo does have this little thing which you could add stuff to. You could clip something to. And then the Lillebaby Essentials only has this little tag. I mean, honestly, I don't tend to actually use these on either of these carriers, so that's not a big selling point for me either way. Now, the actual strap, I'm just gonna see the difference in length for you. So here's the Ergo Original, and you can see the Lillebaby is quite a bit longer. A foot longer. So out of the box, the Lillebaby Essentials is going to work for a wider range of wearers. So if that's something that's important to you, that is an important thing to know. Both of these carriers do come with waistband extenders, so that's a possibility, but the Lillebaby Essentials is going to work for a wider range of parents or wearers straight out of the box. So Alright, so next, the originals, it's just, this is the fabric. It's cotton all the way through. It is a solid panel. You can't adjust anything there. And then it has this top pocket, which is pretty decent size. You can put something small in there, or or you can take this and just kind of roll it into there to keep it out of the way if you want to. That's an option. And that is the same with the Lillebaby essentials. Actually, no, so you could theoretically just kind of tuck it into there. But with the Lillebaby essentials, they actually have a little string so you can roll it and then tuck it up out of the way. So that's out of the way now. And then you have that pocket, which is quite a bit larger than the than the Ergo Baby original. Try and show those two next to each other. So if you can see, that's my hand, that's my hand. This is quite a bit larger, both in width and length. And then your Ergo original has a zippered pocket on the front, which gives you this very large pocket. You can put diapers, wipes, etc. in here. It's all gonna fit. I mean, a lot of stuff's gonna fit in here. So that is really handy to have. Now with the Lillebaby essentials, it has a side zipper pocket as well. And it's quite a roomy pocket. I'd say it's again slightly larger, but very similar to the Ergo Baby. But then it also has this zippered down portion. And this goes, you can fold that, and I guess you can attach it to this. But then you have this mesh panel, so if it's a little bit hotter that day, then you have a mesh panel that's a lot more breathable for your baby. So that is a perk to the Lillebaby All Seasons essentials. And then also, if you need to, what I've done before is actually use that panel as another pocket. So you essentially have 3 pockets within the Lillebaby essential. And I don't know about you, but for me, when I'm wearing a baby, I want all of the pockets. But it's not important to everyone, it's just something that is important to me. So, next I'm going to talk about the hood. Okay, so the Ergo Baby hood, fixed, you're not going to be able to take it off on the original. It does have the adjusters, so you can lengthen or shorten that whatever you want. And then for using, you go ahead and take these and you find your little clip and you just snap it on. Not clip, snap. Snap it on. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different settings that you can use. So there is a decent amount of adjustability with that. Reasons for a hood are to support your baby's head, to have a little bit of sun protection, and then when they are sleeping, it can also provide a little bit more of a dark area so that they aren't getting bombarded by light all the time. And then I personally found it really handy when I was nursing my baby, because I could just plop that up and baby was completely concealed and happy and not trying to look at everybody as they walk by. So that's the Ergo Baby hood. Lillebaby hood is a little bit different. So This one is a shorter hood, but it does have this elastic stretch. So I find that it does provide quite a bit more support for my baby, but sometimes it could be too much. So I might want a sun protection, but it drives my kid crazy, mostly as a toddler, because my youngest is now a toddler. So if I have this up, it can be a little bit bothersome because it is pretty secure, but if my baby or toddler is sleeping or nursing, then that works really well. And it does have, so it literally just slips on with a little elastic. So it is easy to use, that part's nice. And then it is slightly adjustable. You can lift it up higher or down lower. So that is the Lillebaby hood, and you can see how it differs from the Ergo Baby hood. Both are not removable. They are fixed. They're not going anywhere. So that is one feature on both that is the same. Okay. For your shoulder straps, this is where there is quite a bit of a difference. So the Lillebaby has what they call PFAs, or perfect fit adjusters. So I'm going to show, it's this little thing right here, and you can tighten or loosen this to create a significant difference in the amount of your shoulder strap. So for really petite parents, this can be really nice because it allows you to shorten up that panel quite a bit and bring baby up higher to you. And then if you need a little more space, you can easily create that. So that is a difference between the Ergo Baby Original and the Lillebaby Essentials. They both have this section where there's no padding in the carrier, and that's where Lillebaby decided to add this perfect fit adjuster. So that is really handy for, like I said, typically petite parents, it works really well because you can, really cinch that up if you need to, or if you just have a really small baby and you want to kind of lift that panel up, that's a way you can do it. So that is something that I do prefer on the Lillebaby. So both have the chest clip, which goes on your back or chest. It's almost identical. You can see they're basically the same thing. Both are adjustable. You can lift it up higher on your shoulder strap or have it lower, whatever's most comfortable for you. Typically people find it more comfortable down lower, and there are ways to get it on if you're having trouble with it down lower getting it on. So both of them have that adjustability. I don't know if you can see this on camera, but I'm going to try and show the difference in how far. So these are even. So the amount of adjustability on the two is almost exactly the same. I don't know if you can quite see that, but it's this portion right here, almost exactly the same on both. I don't have the Lillebaby all the way up, but it's almost the exact same design on both of them. Very, very similar. So, okay. So, the shoulder straps. Next thing is where it connects to the carrier. So, the panel to the shoulder strap is connected by one buckle on on the Ergo Original. There's only one, so you can only tighten one way. I personally don't love this feature because if you're front carrying, it's great, but then when you're back carrying, it can be And when you're trying to loosen, it can be a little awkward trying to get it to loosen. So you only have the one option with the Ergo Baby Original. The Lillebaby Essentials, the buckle is actually right on the carrier, but you have a separate where you can adjust on either side. For me, that's really handy when depending on where I'm carrying, sometimes I want to be able to loosen from here, but sometimes I just want to be able to pull it right here and loosen it. So that's just a personal preference. I don't like carriers that are only a one-way tightening. I prefer the two-way tightening. So that's why I prefer the Lillebaby overall, the two-way tightening, as well as the pockets panel. But the materials, both are cotton, except the Lillebaby has this mesh on the inside so that when you do remove that panel, you have the mesh. The Ergo, on the other hand, is solid cotton all the way through, and this is the one that is organic cotton, but they have ones that are organic and ones that are not. And then the Lillebaby is the mesh, and this is the all seasons. Lillebaby does have one that is a cotton all the way through, but this is not that one. So overall, I tend to prefer this one. But I did love this one for a long time. It was my first soft structured carrier, so there's that reason to love it. But after I started discovering more options, I tended towards the original Lillebaby, which is not this one. I'll do another video on the original Lillebaby, which is the Lillebaby Complete. This is kind of their less expensive model. It can be found at, Walmart and Target, possibly Target. I know you can find it at Walmart. Maybe Baby. You cannot buy it on their website, but it is kind of their most toned down, basic baby carrier for those who don't want all of the features that come with the original, the classic Lillebaby. So there are the two. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comments. I would love to know what you thought about my comparison, if there's anything vital that I missed, and which one did you prefer if you've tried them both, and why. So I'd love to hear from you. Yeah. If you enjoyed this and you want more videos like this, please subscribe and like if you did. That really helps me. It helps get these videos boosted, so I would appreciate it if you did. But thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in another one.